All right, so today we have my Eastern Redbud. Now, this is a 2.5-year-old tree, I believe, and I grew this from seed. I picked up the seed on the sidewalk from a tree as I was walking around in town. So I did a slip pot on this, I believe it was March of 2023, and it grew well all summer and has been dormant all winter. It's not quite awake yet, but I feel like this is a good time to do a repot on it, and I want to do a prune on it as well. And I think I'm going to actually do an air layer on this. Now, to my understanding, red buds do not propagate from cuttings very well at all. I've tried from my cuttings last year on 2 of my red buds, and I was never successful with cuttings. However, I do believe you can air layer red buds. So let's try it out. Let's start with a little prune here. Okay, so I think I am going to air layer this, and when I do air layer it, I'm going to make the cut right about here. Now, I'm doing this because this is a long stretch of trunk that I do not want. And I was debating taking this whole chunk off right here and just leaving this and having this be the new leader. So by air layering it, I'm not really losing anything that I wouldn't have already taken off. So if this experiment fails, I'm not going to be too upset about it. So I think the first thing I want to do is I just want to trim these down a little bit because some of these branches up here are way too long. So let's dive in a little closer and trim these up. All right, first things first is we're going to take this little knob off from a previous cut mark. There we go. And let's cut it back to like right here. And then over on this side, there's a bud right there, but I think actually, and there's a bud here and a bud here. I think we're gonna take it right here. All right, next up we have a bud right there and a bud right here. And I think I wanna make the next cut right there. So let's split the difference here between the next buds. And back here we have a previous cut, so let's just clean that up. And next up we have 2 more buds right here, so I think I want to cut it right here and split the difference between these 2 buds. And this little one we're just going to leave alone. All right, that's looking a little bit better. Next up, let's work on this side. All right, let's clean up this little stub here. And then we're going to trim this big one back. All right, and we have a couple buds here, so let's cut it somewhere in between right here. All right, that's looking better. Let's take care of this one right here. So let's cut this here. So we have a bud here and a bud here. So let's cut somewhere in between these 2 buds. Leave room for dieback. Actually, there's a bud on this side, so I'm going to cut back even more to right here. Over on this side, we have a bud back here and a bud right here. So we're going to cut in between here. So I think I want to take this back even a little bit more. I think I want to take it back to even like right here. And you know what? I want to take this one back to here. So with these branches here, I think I want to take this one back somewhere around here. Oops, I had a little stick on there already. And this one I want to take to here. And I think that will do it for the prunes on this. So what I think I want to do next is try the air layer right there. So first let's peel off the outer layer to reveal the cambium layer. All right, so we got this all cut away. Now we are ready for some rooting hormone. So let's do that. All right, so we got our rooting powder here. So let's just apply some, just a little paper towel here, wet paper towel. And we're just applying some of this rooting powder right to the tree here. And let's just get that caked on there. There we go. That should be good. All right, we got our sphagnum moss here. Let's put that in. Get a zippy bag. All right. All right, this is a bit sloppy, but it's all right, no big deal. All right, that's not the prettiest thing in the world, but I think that will get the job done for what I want. So I'll come back and take a look at this in a couple months to see if anything comes of it. If not, no worries. Just a little bit of something extra. It'll look a little ugly for a while, but oh well. All right, so now I want to get some of this organic soil out and get some fresh bonsai soil and see what those roots look like. All right, so unfortunately, as I was pulling the tree out of the pot, I had some technical difficulties and didn't get that recorded. So here's where I'm at with it, and let's clean this up a little bit more. All right, that will do for now, but I actually want to clean this off because this is kind of clumpy, so I kind of want to rinse it off and see what's going on. So I'll be right back. All right, and we're all cleaned up now. So we do have some pretty thick roots right here. So I think that's the first one to go. So let's get this guy in there. There's the first to go. Maybe I'll try to root this. We have this one that's pretty high up here, so we'll take that off. I think this one right here needs to go as well. And I think there's one more large one down here I want to take care of. All right, let's just kind of trim the bottom here. Just want to clean this up just a little bit. So this one is kind of one-sided. There's not a lot going on over on this side, but hopefully in time that will change. Just a little bit more I want to do, just this little guy here. This one here is a little thick. I think I want to get rid of that one. And I think that will do. I think I'm going to leave the rest of it. Okay, let's pot this up. So I think I want to take some of these roots here and actually see if they'll grow, if they'll like propagate. So I'm going to toss these into a little container here, see what happens if we get anything popping up. What's the worst that's going to happen? All right, there we go. All right, and I'm gonna reuse the same pot that it was in last time. So yeah, just another plastic pot. So let's get this going. Oh, almost forgot drainage screens. Now I think I need a rock on here just to give it some support. So I'm just gonna set that there temporarily. All right, there we go. All right, so let's water the little baby cuttings and the main tree. There we go. All right, and here is our Eastern Redbud. So we have a air layer on this, so we'll see if that takes. We have some root cuttings, and we'll see if they take. And we have the main Eastern Redbud itself, so hopefully I didn't prune the roots too hard and kill the thing. So this one's not really the most beautiful thing to look at the moment, but it's a work in progress. Most of my trees are pre-bonsai. I'm learning, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's it for now. Thanks for watching.